creativity, ideas, innovation, change, leadership development, youth in entrepreneurship. Only on
Radio Reeyaz 96.8 MHz.
Good evening and namaste. Welcome to a brand new episode of Youth in Entrepreneurship Season 2. You are listening to Radio Reeyaz 96.8 MHz. I am Asna, your radio host. This program is co-sponsored by Utsa Learning Center and it airs every Sunday from 9 to 10 p.m. Youth in Entrepreneurship is a radio talk show where we interview and share stories of entrepreneurs and attempt to understand the current scenario of entrepreneurial business in Nepal. The main objective of this show is to promote innovative ideas of our younger generation. Today we have with us Mr. KUMUD Singh on Youth in Entrepreneurship. He is the co-founder of Alpine Coffee Estate, a coffee producing company, and Emazing Pvt Limited, a new technology solution provider and system integrator. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Asna.
You co-founded Alpine Coffee Estate. Can you tell us more about it?
When we founded Alpine Coffee, the idea came when we were doing our masters and towards our last semester. So that's when one of my friend, he came up with the idea of growing coffee. So it was way out of our leagues, both of our leagues, because none of us had background in agriculture or growing or doing anything related to coffee or any other product. So we went around for around 3 months, did our research on growing, producing, and processing coffee. So after 3 months of research and doing the maths, we thought the business was pretty lucrative, so we should go for it. So despite having no knowledge about coffee growing or anything, we just jumped into the coffee industry.
So how long has it been?
We started in 2008, so it's been around 6 years.
Who do you cater your coffee to?
Right now, we've been catering mostly to the local market. So in local market also, it's basically business to business sales. So we're basically catering to hotels, big hotels, 5-star hotels, other 3-star hotels, boutique hotels, and a lot of cafes. And besides that, we're also exporting some to outside of Nepal coffee, some in raw form, some in processed form. So it's basically that. So we've not yet entered the retail market. And besides that, we're coming out with a shop-in-shop concept where we take a space in cafes that do not have proper coffee. So we're also coming out in retail in that way. So we serve coffees and cups as well. So prepared cappuccinos, lattes as well. So that also we've started recently. It's been since this Nepali year, since Baisakh.
You also co-founded Emazing Pvt Limited too. Please tell us more about it.
Emazing, well, that's a story because we never thought it started as a hobby. So it's basically a tech-related company. So since my background is in computers, so we thought that we should, a couple of us, 3 of us, we met one fine Saturday and we were just talking about stuffs, and one of my friends, he came up with an idea of doing projection mapping because he'd seen it somewhere. So then we just gave it a try and did our first projection mapping in the office, and it was interesting to see all of that because it was new in the market. It was something that other people had not done it
yet.
So, and they saw it from a foreigner who was in Nepal doing it. So we thought it might be a good thing to start. And since it's technology and art and everything's related, so we thought it would be a good idea. So we tried it, and first few projects, people were reluctant to actually try it out. So we finally found someone who was willing to try it out. So it was okay. The first project was okay, and slowly it started to pick up, and suddenly slowly it started to pick up, and people started to take it as a totally new concept in their events, and events are giving out messages. So finally it turned out to be a business. So here we are. We are right now doing a lot of other stuffs as well. So most of those things are digital interactive systems. So almost all the systems are very new to the local market of Nepal or Kathmandu, and a lot of people have not seen those products that we're working on. So most of the time we're doing a lot of R&D in these new products. So, and it's pretty difficult and trying to convince your customers that this should work, and a lot of people do not have an idea of how much impact it's going to have or how much it's going to cost. So it's kind of a difficult thing trying to come up with a new product segment altogether.
So who are some of your clients
for Emazing? Mostly it's corporate houses. So we've been working with a lot of corporate houses. To name a few, there's like Ansel that we've been working with, and there's like a few projects of Samsung, Apple, iPhone, and Bajaj. And we've been doing a few shows like image channels, annual award shows, there's sports awards. So the clients, the lists are going up. So fortunately, I hope.
Good luck.
Yeah,
thanks. So we were talking about Alpine Coffee Estate and Emazing Pvt Limited. So what are your major responsibilities at both of the companies?
At Alpine Coffee, my main responsibility is to look at the business development side. But since it's a startup company, which is just 6 years old, I also look into production and part marketing as well, and part sales. So basically to say the overall areas where the company is focusing on, where basically I need to be a part of almost all the things in the company, and to maintain the growth rate that we've been growing at since the past few years. So that's our main target, and that's what I've been doing as well.
You were 18 years when you started your career. Were there any criticisms, challenges, and hardships that you faced in the way?
Yes, that was like right after SLC, I think so. That's when I started off with my first job. So I did that for a couple of months, I think so only. And then after my +2, that's when during my after my +2, that's when I started working in an ISP. So that was back in 1999. So that was when the internet boom came into Nepal. So the prices of internet slowly started to go down. And so it was lucky for me that I could work at an ISP because I had access to fast internet. So I basically could learn a lot of stuff, downloads, because back then I was mostly into computers. So if you have had access to fast internet, you could download and learn a lot about things. So that I quite didn't face a lot of challenges, but like I had a lot of opportunities. So I used to stay till late in the office because that's something I loved to do. So slowly I used all the resources that were at disposal at the office. So that helped a lot in that time in learning and developing the skills which were Otherwise, would have been a lot difficult to enhance or grow.
How about now? Any challenges you're facing?
Yes, businesses, once you start a business, every day is almost a challenge. So right now, I guess all of us are facing this challenge of the fuel crisis. So in my business as well, in the coffee business, it's basically we use a lot of gas and fuel for deliveries and for roasting coffee. So that's been a major challenge, trying to find enough gas for to keep the business running. So and besides that, there's always a challenge of keeping up the pace of growth in the business. So because once you have a certain growth, it'll be very difficult to keep that pace up. So thinking about what to do next for the next year, for the next 5 years has been always a constant thing that we work on. And in my other business, I think it's been the baddest year that since we started the business. So we started in 2012. So I think 2015 has been so far the worst year of our office.
Okay.
First, due to the earthquake, because people were not doing a lot of events, and right now due to the fuel crisis, because like most of our products are a thing that's not necessary for everyday life. So it's once you've set your basic grounds of businesses, then you don't want to differentiate. So that's when people normally implement our systems or products. So it's kind of a situation where most of the businesses are just trying to make up their losses or cover their basic costs. So it's a difficult situation right now. And I guess this will go up. This will go down slowly.
So, how are you dealing with the current crisis situation in the country?
It's basically we've been managing to pull a few strings and get access to fuel and gas and trying to run the show so far we've been able to do so. And right now with the situation, I think slowly improving. It's only going to be better, I guess.
I wish you all the best.
Thanks.
You earned your undergraduate degree in computer science, but gradually your interests moved towards business as you pursued your MBA and also had your own company. So what made you change your area of expertise from computer science to business and entrepreneurship?
So when I was doing my bachelor's as well in computer science, that's when we started our first company as well. So that was 2000. So we were doing stuffs like animation and creating multimedia products. So back then that was also something totally new to the market. So somehow things didn't work out because my background was purely technical only. So after like giving it 6 years, 2006, then it wasn't working out very well. So I thought I should do my master's and decided to do an MBA. So which turned out to be a very good choice that I made, because right now, having hindsight of what we did back then, I see a lot of places where we weren't doing a lot of things right. So right now, having an overall perspective of how things run, how a business is actually run, and a lot of different ideas which you learn after studying business. We've been able to implement a lot of those ideas and systems in the new businesses that I started after my master's. So it's kind of been a very big help, and was a big break after working for 6 years. Studying was a very good break.
How do you manage time for family and work?
Well, that's a very challenging thing. It's really difficult managing offices and time for your family. earlier it had been very difficult for me to manage times because I normally went home late and moved out early. So recently, once the business has streamlined a bit, and it's more predictable as in like the daily activities have been more predictable and more routine kind of stuff. So besides, due to this factor, I've been able to take out some time for my family as well. So, but still, at times it's difficult not to work in holidays as well.
So, sir, what do you have to say about the entrepreneurship scenario in Nepal?
Well, it seems it looks very promising right now. As compared to when we started doing business. Right now I see a lot of business incubation centers and a lot of venture capital firms that have started up. So this has basically creating a kind of an ecosystem for entrepreneurs. So and there's a lot of platform where people share their experiences, their ideas. So it's always a learning experience. So the more you meet people, the more you see things, the more you exchange ideas, the more you learn. So that's in a very fast growing trend. So I hope this will remain as it is and grow even more, so that people are encouraged to become entrepreneurs during their studies, after studies, so any point in time. So ultimately, the more entrepreneurs, the more jobs that we create, it's good for the overall economy of the nation. So I hope this rate of people interested in entrepreneurs keep on going up.
What do you think are the flaws and challenges that our young entrepreneurs are facing?
The flaws and challenges, I guess, for all businesses are different, but I think primarily in almost all businesses, it's mostly the financial part, which almost all entrepreneurs need to take care of or handle. So that is, I think, one of the biggest challenges to start up any business, because there aren't a lot of facilities and banking facilities for startup businesses. It's always difficult to get access to finances when you're starting up a business. And besides that, there's like support, like I mentioned earlier, which I guess is in growing trend. So supporting entrepreneurs and organizations that support or help them develop specific skills that's required for the business, I think is also a challenge. But most of these organizations and programs working for entrepreneurs, I think has been a good help in reducing that challenge as well. And besides that, mostly it's the time and the effort that an entrepreneur has to put in a business, because every business has its definite ups and downs. So it's not only the downs. So you need to learn from the downs so that you don't make the same mistake again, and slowly use it as an advantage, so that you know, or you are able to predict what the future may be of your business.
What do you think should our entrepreneurs work on? As in, what are the 3 main qualities that an entrepreneur should have?
I think an entrepreneur should be a very patient person, because it's not over a year or 2 years that a business starts to roll. So it normally takes a long time. So you need to be patient about when the business will pick up, but at the same time, persistence is something that's really required, because there will be a lot of downfalls, and not everything sells, so whatever you make is not necessarily accepted by the market. So a lot of persistence is really needed. And the other thing would be basically guidance. So if you can, the more you talk, the more you learn. The attitude to learn should always be there, because the entire life of an entrepreneur is basically learning new stuff. So every day there's a new challenge. So every time there's a new challenge, it's up to you as to how to solve that challenge or work around it. So learning should always be there. So if that stops, then there's a big problem.
What are your plans and visions for the future?
So we in the coffee company want to establish probably the biggest coffee company from Nepal. So right now we're into farming and processing of coffee, roasting coffee and selling roasted or finished goods to other clients. So we're basically right now focusing our attention towards growing more coffee as well. So in another 2 years' time, we'd like to expand our production capability. So we'd like to farm coffee in new areas and let's see how that goes. So it's basically, we're right now focusing on being the biggest producer of coffee from Nepal. And on the other side, at Emazing, we're coming up with new products. So the idea basically would be to create a company that gets in new talents and engineers, programmers who are interested to create new products and new softwares, and for the local market so it'll be basically a platform where people can come with their ideas and research, and we find a market out here or in other countries, which would be something totally new. So to create a company that basically creates new and innovative product in the long run. So that's our target.
We are pretty much acquainted with the professional side of yours. So apart from that, what do you do during your free time?
It's very difficult to find a lot of free time once you're handling two businesses. So normally during my free time, I tend to watch movies, go out, which rarely happens. So besides that, I try to go out trekking for at least once in a year. So I'd like to go to visit places around Nepal. So that's, and for a holiday, as in go out with friends and enjoy for at least a week. And coming up with that week would be the biggest challenge.
What has been your greatest learning in life till now?
Well, learning, like I said earlier, life is all about learning. So every day is a new experience in life. So you should keep your mind open, and try to learn as much from life as it comes by, and use whatever you've learned in the future, so that you tend to make less mistakes, and the progress and the rate at which you're moving ahead is like much more faster than what you were doing earlier. So I think basically learning every day as it comes by and taking challenges in a positive way is the biggest thing that you can learn from life.
Who has been your biggest inspiration?
Well, right now, there's no such specific person who's been a specific inspiration, but like I read a lot about entrepreneurs from outside, and right, there've been a lot of entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs coming out from different places, like India, China, and the US, which always has a lot of new people coming up with new ideas and implementing it. So all of their stories are very inspiring. So it all takes is a simple idea and how you implement that idea and create success. So each story, no matter how small or big, has a moral to it. So there have been big instances, for example, of in the US of Richard Branson or Jack Welch and stuff, and like even in India, there's this new guy with the Oyo rooms, which has just come out to be a very big success. So it's small ideas and the right time, the right place, the right implementation, and the right people. So that's how successes are created. So all the stories are very inspiring. And to read more about them and to see how they've handled change and success is inspiring. I think.
How much of a coffee addict are you?
Well, frankly speaking, I drink tea at home. So it's only at the office that I drink a lot of coffee because we make a lot of coffee. So tea is not allowed. So during the office hours, I drink a couple of cups of coffee, 2 or 3 cups of coffee.
Okay.
So that's it.
Now we're going to have a quick fire question and answer round. I'm just going to tell you some things and you have to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready. KUMUD
Singh.
My name.
Coffee.
It's business.
Alpine coffee.
Probably the largest coffee company to be.
Emazing.
Innovation.
Youth in entrepreneurship.
Inspiring stories and a good future.
Nepal.
Huge prospects.
Family.
Family as a part of your life, which is what you can't let go of. So it's a very important part of life. The support.
Business scene in Nepal.
Difficult, but I think the more risk there is, the more returns there is as well.
Movies.
Interesting. I watch a lot of movies.
Traveling.
Wow, I love it. But I hardly get a lot of time to travel. It's something I really want to do.
And last but not the least, your idea of fun.
For me, I think fun would be traveling. Because that's something I hardly get to do a lot. So traveling is any day fun.
We're almost at the end of our show today. So is there any advice or suggestion that you'd like to give to the younger generation?
My advice to the younger generation is like I've mentioned earlier, it's basically to keep your mind open and to learn whatever you can from everyday life and the people that you meet every day. Because if you talk a lot and listen less, then there's always a possibility that you'll learn less. But if you keep your eyes and ears open and start listening and seeing things, then there's a lot that you can learn from even a simple activity that you do every day. So keep your eyes open, ears open, learn from everyday life as it is, and make the right choices. So life is all about choices. So whatever you do in your life is purely of your choice. So, and the direction that you go towards is also your choice. So make the right choices and learn from the mistakes that you've made from your previous choices.
We had a really enlightening conversation today, and I'm sure our listeners must have been inspired after listening to your stories and might want to be in contact with you and your company. So is there any contact information that you'd like to share with our listeners?
Email address. Okay. So you could contact me at KUMUD KUMUD @alpinecoffee.com.np.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you with us today on Youth in Entrepreneurship.
Thank you very much.
If you have any queries or suggestions regarding the show, or if you are a young entrepreneur yourself who would like to be interviewed on this show, you can write to us. You can message us on our Facebook page, Youth in Entrepreneurship, or email us at youthinentrepreneurship@gmail.com. You can also call us on our number 467-0820. You can also like our Facebook page and join our group Radio Reeyaz 96.8 MHz. You can also hear our shows on YouTube. Thank you so much for listening to Youth in Entrepreneurship, co-sponsored by Utsa Learning Center. I'd also like to thank our concept director Abhilasha Rayamajhi and our technical support Ashish. We will be back again next week with yet another amazing guest. Till then, take care and have a wonderful week. Namaste.